All right, so here's my PowerPoint, and we're going to do a slideshow. So here's the Premium Lacrosse League funnel layout by Josh Darling. The brand. So the brand is the Premium Lacrosse League is a professional lacrosse league that is in its fourth season. Um, the best lacrosse players compete for the championship, throughout the season, and the brand, I would say the league, not really the brand, was made by Mike and Paul Rabel. They are the CEOs, clearly. Paul Rabel is actually a former lacrosse player. For the people that don't know who Paul Rabel is, just think of him as the Michael Jordan of lacrosse. I was introduced to Paul Rabel when I started playing lacrosse and, became a fan. And their social media, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. They do have TikTok, but I don't have a TikTok, so it's kind of hard to find it. Um, so, social media followers. Instagram, they have 4,670 posts, 310,000 followers. They are following 568. I would say they post 2 to 3 times a day on their Instagram. It's active. They do post about the game, players, you know. And then Twitter, they follow 717 people, 102,000.1 followers. It is less followers than Instagram, but seems more active. A lot of retweets. Um, and then their YouTube, which has pretty much the same subscribers around their Twitter. They have videos breaking down in categories. For example, game vlogs. Those are very entertaining. When you think of YouTube, you do kind of think of vlogs, but this is, vlogs of the games. The players are very involved. It's pre-game stuff. They're even talking to the referees and fans. And then they have game highlights. That's mainly just focusing on the game, all that stuff. And then player highlights is more individual, focused on a player. And then they have more. There's some like feature stories. Get to know about the player more. So there's a lot to choose from. And then let's start from the very beginning, the funnel awareness. A lot of people might not know what lacrosse is or even know there's a professional league. There's a lot of people out there that don't know what lacrosse is. And, when I have the opportunity to tell people about lacrosse, I will take it. And what does the league to do to get people's aware? How do they get people aware of it? Well, their games are on ESPN, and ESPN is a pretty much the number one sports network. So that's where you would see them. It's interesting too because in their bio on Instagram, it says "watch on ESPN." So maybe you can just have a casual fan. Someone tells you about lacrosse, and you get curious, go on their Instagram, and you're like, "Oh wow, I have ESPN. Let me see when the next game is. Let me check it out." So that's a good way to get awareness. And a non-sports Instagram. There's a post by the Common Room. Let me see if I could click on it and see where this goes because this is very new to me. So here's for example, right here. I don't know what the Common Room is. It's in Boston. The playoffs are coming to Boston, Gillette Stadium, where the Patriots play, and that is awesome. So this is a kind of just a common, you know, Instagram. It looks like it's a club for young adults with high cognitive autism disorders. So that's really cool. That's just your average person that's not a sports fan, and it's really cool how they're able to advertise that and build awareness. So let's go back to the PowerPoint. Okay. So and then the cool thing about the POL is that They do a tour-based season, so they travel to different cities to play games and grow the awareness. It's not just city-based. They go to Gillette Stadium. They travel to Albany, New York. San Jose, so on. And then interests and all that stuff. So out of all social media, I think YouTube is a tool they can get people interested in the league or just the sport itself. So here's an example of a vlog. The players are involved leading up to the game, which I mentioned. We could just watch it real quick. Of course, there's an ad, but we'll get through this real quick. So here we go. I'm hoping you can hear it, but I'm not sure. But you get the idea. So, and then, a lacrosse documentary called Fate of Sport. I personally watched it, and it just came out on ESPN Plus. It's very entertaining. I love it, and there's a lot of people in there that I didn't expect. Some actors, even the commissioner of the NBA. It was awesome, and I think the documentary will raise awareness and interest in the PLL. All right, so evaluation intent. So ads on their YouTube when watching video is an opportunity for customers to look at merch or tickets. There's an ad right here, and I thought that was very interesting. It definitely got my attention, so I'm definitely going to buy some merch. And I honestly didn't even know they had a PLL app. That is something very new to me, and I'm about to download it, so I like that. And then another example is there's mini sticks you can buy at Walmart. I didn't even know about this until I saw it on their shop highlight story on their Instagram, and then there's limited jerseys. So I've been a fan of this league since it started, and I'm still seeing stuff. So, there's a lot of opportunity for people to see stuff. Conversion. The PL has a program called PL Assist. Their goal is to grow the sport while engaging with communities. So that is pretty much a good way to, people that are already fans of lacrosse, and even there's players, reaching out to these communities and people that might love lacrosse, but they don't have access to the equipment or just whatever, a summer league. This is the opportunity where, you already have these fans and you can spread it. And then also ticket sales and streaming went up after the 21 season, can raise more. And then I mentioned the Patriots and, just Gillette Stadium, but Bill Belichick, the head coach, is a fan of lacrosse and certainly can make an impact on reaching new fans. So that's very exciting. And then loyalty and advocate. Oh, wow. Well, as I mentioned, Bill Belichick is a fan, but also actor, right? I don't know if you're familiar with him, but I've seen him. I forget what movie he's in, but the Grow the Game, he's in there in the Fate of Sport, and he wants to, pretty much saying lacrosse is not about growing, but there's also diversity in it, and it's giving people opportunity to learn more about the sport, and hopefully that can turn into loyalty. And then also there has been loyalty towards the PL since day one. A sold-out game in their first season, unheard of, and in ticket sales and stream during the 21 season got big and will continue to grow. And I have an example right here selling that tickets sold up 93.5% over the first 2 weeks from 2019. That's huge. And also ticket revenue. And then streaming back then, during their first season, it was on NBC and Peacock, and then they upgrade to ESPN. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity to grow and get more attention. And this is my slide for the funnel. Thank you.